If you want to learn Zapier automation fast, this video will walk you through the simplest way to get started, even if you are completely new to automation. Zapier is one of the easiest tools for connecting apps, saving time, and building workflows that run automatically in the background. So if you have ever wanted to connect your forms, spreadsheets, email tools, or team apps without coding, this is the perfect place to begin. Before we jump in, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more simple software tutorials just like this. It really helps the channel and it means you will not miss the next guide. Alright, let us start from the beginning. First, go to Zapier in your browser and open the homepage. Once you are in, look for the Create button. This is where Zapier lets you start building a new automation, also called a Zap. Click Create and then choose Zap Workflows. That option takes you into the Workflow Builder, which is where the whole automation gets set up step by step. Now you will see the first important part of any Zap, which is the trigger. A trigger is the event that starts the automation. Click on Trigger to begin. Next, search for the app you want to use as your trigger source. For example, you could search for Google Sheets if you want a spreadsheet event to start the workflow. Zapier gives you a huge list of apps, so you can pick the one that fits your use case best. After selecting your app, choose an event. The event is the specific action Zapier should watch for. For example, it could be a new row in a sheet, a new form in a response, or a new email. Pick any event that matches what you want the automation to do. Once you choose it, Zapier will ask you to log into that account. Go ahead and connect your account so Zapier can access the data it needs. That is a normal part of setting up automation. Once the trigger is connected, it is time to build the next part, which is the action. Click on Action to add what happens after the trigger fires. Then search for another app, such as Mailchimp, if you want the automation to send the data into your email list or CRM. Just like before, choose an event for the action step. This could be something like creating a subscriber, updating a contact, or sending information somewhere else. After that, log into the account for that app as well. Zapier starts bringing everything together. Once your trigger and action are connected, click on Build It at the top to move forward. This is where you review the workflow and make sure everything is set correctly. If Zapier asks for extra details, fill them in carefully so the automation knows exactly what data to send and where to send it. Before you publish, always run a test. Click on Test Run so Zapier can check whether the workflow works the way you expect. Testing is important because it helps you catch mistakes early, before the automation goes live. If something does not work, you can go back and adjust the trigger, action, or account connection. Once the test is successful, you are ready for the final step. Click Publish to turn on your Zap. At that point, your automation is live and will run automatically whenever the trigger event happens. That is the basic process of learning Zapier automation. Choose a trigger, choose an action, connect your accounts, test the workflow, and publish it. If you are just starting out, my biggest tip is to begin with very simple automations first. Do not try to build something too advanced on day one. Start with one app sending data to another, and once you understand the flow, you can combine multiple steps, filters, and more advanced logic later. The more you practice, the easier Zapier becomes. If this video helped you understand how to learn Zapier automation, please give it a like and subscribe for more step-by-step tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.